So again, I have come to my desktop, and what we will do is we will just go to here, search, and if you have just done the searching for the Descript, as I use daily, so it's easier for me to get it here. But if you haven't, and the Descript app has been installed in your PC, so it must be really easy to get it, right? What you will have to do, you will have to search Descript and just open it. In case if you have no Descript install in your PC. So what you will have to do, you just need to go to the Google and just go to the Descript website, and from there you will be able to download the Descript app. Once you download it, then you will have to. Once you sign in, it will be automatically start the download, right? So it's easier than anything you can do in it, right? So it's a one-click product. What you will have to do, you will have to come over here, sign in, and the downloading will be start right here. So let's come to the point where we will just go through the Descript interface. For now, I have logged in the company account, freelance@let'smatrix.com. So it must be easier for us to go through, right? So when you log in into Descript, you will see the desktop like this, right? It's possible that your desktop looks white, right? So in the setting, I have gone through and I have changed the theme of the desktop, right? You can change too. So my ones looks like yours on your side and must be different, right? And this left side, we just see two things, right? The overdub drive, the freelance drive, the blitz metrics drive. So if you just go to the blitz metrics drive, you must be getting in trouble, right? Because this is the account that is a free and a personal account. And for example, if you create a project in it, no one can access it, right? So you must have to look after it and have to ensure that the project you are creating in the overdub drive. So I will just click on the overdub drive, and anything that we do inside our company have listed here, right? So for example, if there is a VA who have worked on a certain project, they must have to share the link, the project link. For example, if I click on here, so I can just project link access, and I can just share it to the other team member, and they can open from there, right? So there is nothing for access problem. So for now, there is a lot of projects. For example, if I have to open one, so I have to just click on one, and it's easier than ever to open, right? If you create it in the Blitz Metrics tab, there is no one except you to access it. So you have to be careful about it. Right now, recent projects, we will first step is the recent projects. The recent projects are those that is opened by the team or you in the recent days, like in a week or tomorrow or yesterday. So it goes something like that, right? Quick recordings is something like, for example, if you click on it, so you can just go through it and can see your own recordings. This script has his own recording, so you can just click on the record button, which we will further go through, and you will be able to download the videos inside the script. There must have studio sound effect and all those stuff. Share with me these are the projects that for example, if you want to work on some projects and the project owners is somewhere else and you can't access that, so the project owner can share that project on your Gmail and you will be able to open it here. So for example, if there is someone who have shared his projects with you, so there must be showing that that project must be here, right? Downloaded and all those stuffs. These are the basic stuffs that we will. If you are not a if you are a beginner, then it's easier than ever before to understand. So let's get into it. For example, if you are, I just want to go further and create the projects. What will be the next step? So in this case, I can see the new classic project and the new project. These two buttons have, and on your end, if you create the account, I'm not sure if you get these two buttons, right? So most of the time you will get this one. So that's why we created these videos, because on our end, because we have a lot of projects that are creating in the classic project, So there must have a button for us to access them. But if you don't have, then it will be you will be able to just create the new project in the updated Descript. Right? So I will just go through the new project. Once I click on the new project, it will direct me to another window where I can just name my project and can drop up my video to here. So for example, we just do it as a test project. So I will just name it text project. After this, it will be much easier for us to just go for the next step. What's the next step? For example, if you just want to drop a file from your PC to here to, so you will just click on here, choose a file, transcribe, and it will direct you to your PC inside your PC. So it's easier for you to just embed your videos right here. Okay. So for example, if there is nothing in your PC and there is something that you continue, for example, if you are recording something for your course and you just want to start it as soon as possible and you didn't want to go further for mobile and record there and then transfer here, you just want to record it in these scripts, so you will just click on here and the other button is here. You can just do it from here too. So the next two options are those that we don't need in the long run. So we will just touch those things that we need on the daily basis, and we must have to be clear on them. So after that, once you master them, you can just go for the other features. Okay, so right here we can just access the media, the stock footages, right? And other files that we embed from our PC. For example, if you want just a file from your PC to embed into it, to just add to your project, so what you will do, you will come to the files. Otherwise, you can just go to the stock footage, image, audios, GIFs, and other stuff. So it's easier than ever before. I will just come to the files, add files, come to the PC. I'll just click on it and just open. It's easy. It's not something that we can't do. It's easier than ever before. So I will just click on it. If I'm interested to just add it to the layer, so what else will I do? I will click on it and add to the new layer. Other than that, I can just drag and drop also. So right now, I added my video here. Add layer, include as in script, right? So I will just click on include in script. It will ask me for the transcription. Do you want to transcribe this file? So I will just click on it. Yes, I want to transcribe this file. It may take a few minutes to be transcribed, but you will have to wait for it. It depends on your connectivity of the internet. So if it's fast, it must be fast. If it's slow, it takes so much time to. So you don't have to be panicked on it. The next are the record button that I cover off before. The next is the text. So for example, if I just it's not a basic, it's not a session that we will cover how to do stuff which we will go through further in the other lessons. I just want to go through all of you guys to see how these things works together, right? So in this case, if I just want to add the title to the video, so I will just click on the title, I will just rename it and just move on. If I just click on here, I can just make it small and other stuff. For example, if I had to just make the changes in it, I will just click on it. On the right hand side, I just get all the stuff. So I need other font, I can just change it from here. The font size, alignment, right? Just need it in the capital letters, small letters, color change, so any stuff. It's these are basics, right? So it must be your efforts to go through all the effects and see what you can do better. We can just add the shadow from here. If there is anything that you want to just animate, so you can just animate it too, like for example here it's spinning, which we don't need right now. So here are the few steps we cover. The next will be this, which is the rectangle part, which is one of the important part. For example, if you just want to add a rectangle in it, like a progress bar or something else, like a line or an arrow for mentioning something, so it must be easier for you to add it from here. For example, at this time, I just want to add rectangle from here. I just add the rectangle, if I just want to put it behind the text, so left click, move backward, left click, move backward. So it's easier. It's like a Canva, right? So it not works like a Canva, but it's simple like a Canva, right? So you don't have to be more panic on it. Okay, this is it. The next step, the same way you can just add the other effects too, right? So if you just want to create audiogram, so here are a few steps that you can do. And if you just, okay, we are just not getting the voice. But in this case, if you want to just um create the audiogram, here in the guide, we have created a tutorial on it, how to create it. Right? So I don't have to cover it again. The same way, you can just do anything that you want. My job is here to just go through all the tools so we never miss any single tool that later you get in trouble into it. Okay, the next step is the templates. The templates are those that you built on a one video and just you can apply it to the other snippets in one click. You don't have to go to headache on it. Just you create a template, and once there is a snippet, you can just apply that template on that snippet in just a second. So we have created another video on it, how to create templates, how to apply the studio sound effect, and how to remove the filler words from the script. So we have created a dedicated tutorial on it. So after this video, you must have to watch it, right? So the same way, here are a few small things. For example, if you just want to go big from the project, so what you will have to do, you will just come over here to B, and you will just click on it, back to the projects. So back to the projects, you will just come over here. For example, if you just want to go big, so you can just come over here and can see your projects again. So my projects isn't listed here, right? So you will just come over here, you will see, oh, what's my projects, where is my projects? So you will just come to the recent projects and you will find your projects here. So if you just want to create it, open it again, you just need to click on here and you can just open. For example, if you want to remove something from a video, you just need to click on here, click on the backspace, and it will be removed. Click on here, backspace, click on here, backspace. So it's easier, right? The same way, we have many things right here which we don't need to cover up. We will just cover up those things that we surely need to cover, right? So for example, this video is short, but if I just add another file like I am adding here, and it will be transcribed since preparing. And I want to just remove the filler words from it. By the way, we have created a dedicated class on it, so you must have to watch it. But for example, you can just I can just show you a little, right? So you will have to just come over here on the spark button, and you can just click on the remove filler words, and I get the remove filler words button showed up. So once I click on it, it will detect all the filler words inside the video. Like on the right side, we can see it from here, right? So if you just want to replace it with the gaps, which I don't recommend, you just need to click on this button, remove those words, and just remove the gaps as well, and apply to all. And in the one click, all the filler words will be removed from the video. So this is as simple as it is, right? It was a session related to the desktop. So sometimes you will just add, for example, this is one thing that I missed. I just add the title, add the rectangle, and okay. So I click on somewhere else, and I see that the layers that I add, the rectangle and the text layer that I add, are not showing up. For example, if I click on here, it will show up. But if I don't have to click on here, how will I access those files, those layers? So here are two types of layers, right? The one layer is where you just click on and you will see all the things you add to the video is a layer, right? For example, if you have hundred of things added to the layer, you click on it, you will see all of them like it shows up. So if I click on here, if I click somewhere else, it will doesn't disappear, right? So if I click on here, it will disappear because this type of layer is totally dedicated to this layer, the video itself, and this top up layer is dedicated to the other layers as well, right? You can just email us and you can just comment right after this video that we upload from here to get connected. If there is any improvements that you guys need or anything else, please let us know so we can just make the changes time to time. Thank you so much.